Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is Many a True Nerd, and welcome back to Morrowind. Well, last time, we made our way here, to the Clockwork City, which turns out to be in a rather big plot twist, a vault from Fallout. Seriously, it's a sealed underground environment, where someone's gone bananas, there's vault doors, and even on the back of this here door, that's the cocking Vault Tech logo. But okay, let's stay focused here. We've got to take out Sotha Sil. When I say take out Sotha Sil, yeah, while Almalexia believes that's necessary, the journal does specifically say we can try and reason with him, so we may be able to talk him down. And if that doesn't work, yeah, that sword we've just created, that might be the key to dealing with him. And if it does come to that, I had an interesting thought, which is, sure, this is a long blade and I'm absolutely terrible with long blades, however, I'm an orc, meaning, though I've not used it for a very long time, I've got access to the berserk power, fortifying my attack by 100 points. And sure, that knackers my fatigue a bit, and my agility, but my fatigue and agility are now so high, that's basically no problem whatsoever. So if this sword is the key to taking this guy down, we can flipping use it. Still, no need to get ahead of ourselves here. Step 1, there are many traps to get past first. So, yeah, swinging blades are much faster when I'm jumping than when I'm running. Keep that in mind. And, right, more doors. Potentially as time goes on, we might need to, find the right lever to open the right door. Question the next. What precisely is going to be in this dungeon? Because presumably... Right. Dead robot dinosaur, right there. Guessing they're not all going to be dead, though. By the looks of it, yeah. This was like a holding cell. But a holding cell this guy was left to die in. Suggesting, yeah, Sotha Sil's not particularly taking good care of his robot dinosaur pets or something. Also, John, do not forget, you're now underground and probably will be for the foreseeable future. Go over to the cursed robe. Oh yeah, 1,000 magicka. That'll do. So now we can summon and spam Blizzard as much as we need to. Lovely. So okay, just start cracking open the doors. Be ready for anything, though admittedly, we've only taken on these robot dinosaurs, like, once. Not sure what their resistances are like. Are they more vulnerable to magic, or just being smacked with a hammer? Well, no sign of them yet. Instead, in a flooded hall. So, okay. Keep on keeping on, given the... Oh, hello! Right, so you're here. Lovely to see you, though I was about to say maybe you're chill. But no, not so much. So, give him a whack. That went pretty well. 3 hits, never mind, 4 actually. And take care of you. So that's not a huge problem. What about magic? Just toss some magic at you. Okay, a blizzard will do quite a lot, but it's not quite a kill, which is a shame. Probably best we stick with the hammer. That's not like, good enough with magic to justify that much magic spend. Bare minimum, though, no sign of reflect. Because like 100% reflect, that could be bloody nasty. Instead, just keep cracking open the vault door. So let's see what we flipping got. Because, hello over there, no trouble, friends, no trouble, I say no trouble. Quite a lot of trouble, actually. I'm going to be bantering you with a hammer now, sorry about that. But yeah, honestly, they seem to be struggling against me. So just keep pulling every lever, keep moving in the right direction. For now, we're under control. Though by the looks of it, yeah, this place is a bit of a maze. That corridor I just went down, that's a dead end. So, okay. Step 1, just need to make sure we're going down the right path and not getting hopelessly lost. So, just jump through here to... Okay, so it turns out those axes really cocking hurts. Still, thing of note, if I'm, just shy of killing these guys with 3 hits, probably best I boost my strength before taking them on, because then 3 hits will do the job, and nicely, much better. So yeah, by the looks of it, the only safe spot in this corridor is the doorway. So just wait for them to swing, and then stand in the doorway, wait for them to swing, stand in the doorway. There's another dinosaur right there. which is not ideal. Would you like to maybe come and get chopped, my friend? And, okay, you can trick them into chopping themselves. Good, good. Onto the Hall of Delirium. Important lesson learned, though, those traps are not messing about. And hello, sexy. In the Hall of Delirium, things are all of a sudden a very, like, I don't know, bronze Dwemer circuitry or something. Do you like the sparks, by the way? Those are quite pretty. Do they hurt, just out of interest? Okay, they don't appear to hurt. They're purely decorative sparks, and I mean, I'll give you, this is a very pretty corridor right here. So, right, more dinosaurs. No trouble, buddy, no trouble. Still, we do have spikes. So, okay. We could presumably just go, yeah, over the top of them, even maybe up to... possibly up to the top. I'm not sure whether I can stand on that or not, but fine. There are plenty of ways to get around that. Acrobatics will help out with that nonsense. This leads to... okay. Somewhere, presumably. Here we go, lever down at bottom. It's just to crack you open, but presumably, yeah, the way we ultimately need to go is going to be through the traps. Though, okay, for now, more dinosaurs. Use the door to force them to just be all in a queue, so only one can attack me at a time. That's fine. But okay, this whole area is starting to open up a bit. It's less of a corridor and more of a maze now. So, right. Go back the way we just worked. It looks to me like maybe, yeah, those spikes just lead around the corner to there. So you can bypass those with the door. Meanwhile, in this direction, one more lever. Here we go. What have you got for me, mysterious door? Well, one, and more dinosaurs, obviously. But aside from that, nothing. So okay, plenty of dead ends just to confuse you in this area. Though I will say, this may be the prettiest dungeon in the entire game. I love these sparks and the circuitry pattern. That is gorgeous. Right, so just to jump past these spikes by sticking on the high ground, and no trouble whatsoever. So okay, that's this area, presumably now. On to the central gearwork. So, fine. This entire dungeon is a series of rooms, each with its own sort of trap in it. And blimey, everything's purple here. So okay, just take out some dinosaurs, nice and many dinosaurs. Okay, hang on, hang on. That's a lot of dinosaurs. Go over to Blizzard. Groups of enemies, I mean, yeah, splash spells are good. Meanwhile, just start jumping. You guys get hit with a Blizzard. And I'm going to assume you are not going to be able to get upstairs very easily. That should be you dead or almost dead. Drop on down. One hit to finish you off. Job done. So, okay, we've got some gears and cogs and whatnot looping around. Lovely. Am I supposed to be? I'm not supposed to be dropping down. That's just like, you know, a lava-stirring device or something. So, okay, back upstairs here. We've got ourselves... okay, one mysterious glowing door here. Not sure I trust that. Alternatively, the Chamber of Soleil. Right, anything else? Was it just those? Just those, I think. Now, can I just go straight by the burning door? I can, you know. Okay. So there's two ways to go. Let's start with, yes, the first burning door. So on we go and... oh! It's the other sort of robot dinosaur. Honestly, more of a, like, robot lizard creature. But no, you have to... oh dear. I feel like you guys are hitting me harder than I remember the others hitting me. So, one exclusive health potion. We are getting through those a little bit fast here. Right, Blizzard, just to take out all of you. Beautiful. So, okay. Spam your magic, John. Because, yeah, your magic you can get back pretty easily. That should hopefully hit both of you. That should mean 1 and 2, and down you both go. Lovely. And from there, straight onto the Dome of Carcia. So, right, we're making... oh, blimey. Right, Blizzard, and then... oh, bloody hell, I just got annihilated. Honestly, John, do not be ashamed to rest until healed once you've cleared a room. That's fine. Go over to, yes, your most powerful abilities here, because I'm pretty sure the, Firestorm really this time is just a tiny bit stronger than Blizzard, right? Okay, same power, but the range is better. So we should be able to catch every enemy in that. So okay, go in, nuke the area, and now start flipping running. So just get upstairs. Once that wears off, just go, nuke them again. That should be them dead, because yeah, that extra radius is bloody nice. So, okay. The game tries to... Oh, blimey. There's a giant rolly death thing here, isn't there? Oh, well, that's delightful. Okay, is there any way I could just, like, cheat this by using a levitate to get up here? Because that strikes me as the sensible option. Oh dear, levitation magic doesn't work here. Sotha Sil was one bloody step ahead of me. Okay, levitation magic doesn't work, but... I mean, my jumping is already not bad. If I just apply a bad idea to myself, I think I can just make that jump and get into the recess there before the thing gets round to me. Right, just wait for it to get to, like, you know, a tiny bit before. So about here-ish, and then go, and bloody hell, I'm stuck in the ceiling, and... Okay, then we just go to... Okay, that didn't work, because the curve of the ceiling forced me up here. So, okay, it turns out bad idea was a bad idea, but that's fine, because plan B. I could use a much weaker jump spell to just make myself much faster. So as soon as this goes by, we'll just start jumping to follow it round. So okay, it's faster than me, but barely, and there we go. Lovely. So right, now we can check out these corpses. Nothing of note, unfortunately. So alright, on to the Dome of Serlin. So just get ready for potentially trouble. No trouble on this occasion. So right, sometimes it's puzzles, sometimes it's enemies. Now what precisely are we doing here? This to me looks like a door. Several levers and... Also, hang on, there's... Right! I've just been attacked by a creature that came out of this McGibble. Is this an airlock by any chance? So if I just open this for a second. That one's closed. Can I open both of them at the same time? No. It's one or the other. Now, is there now going to be another one of these guys? No, there's not. But it is functionally an airlock. So, okay. If I try and do this, that won't do anything until this closes. If I try and close, hang on. Try and close. Okay, that one has to come out, but yeah, then it closes before... Oh! Never mind, it is summoning more of them. There might be, like, you know, infinite back here, though. Okay, this is interesting. I think possibly more are now spawning in, right? Okay, now there's just more of them spawning in. The machine sets it is right now. It's just producing infinite McGibbles. That gets me in here. But how do I make any more progress? Okay, let's try and piece this together here, which is... If this does work as an airlock that's releasing these guys into the room, then if I want that back door to open, then this needs to be closed, and this needs to be open, though... Now the machine's doing something. Now it produces more things. So in theory, if, hang on, the moment the machine starts going wooble and the creature comes out, I pull the second lever. At that point, that will presumably open the rear door at the same time as... Oh, here we go. Here we go. I hear a noise. No, not. Okay, I missed my chance there, but I think, like, you know, we were most of the way there before that went wrong. So, wait. As soon as I hear a noise, like, you know, roaring, etc., we pull the second lever. Okay. Any moment now. There we go. So I hear a thing, and okay. Straight through. We're through 2 doors, though I'm about to die to a dinosaur, potentially. Just take you out. Good, you're dead. And we can make it to the next hall. Lovely. Then maybe rest before you go in, John, because magic's getting worn down, etc., etc. Much better. Right, this appears to be just a hallway, though. Yeah, by the looks of it, the scorpion lizard ones, I think they're a fair whack tougher than the dinosaurs. Because, yeah, they seem to take, like, you know, 2 full blizzards to take out. Or alternatively, way more than 3 or so hits with the hammer. Like, those guys are nastier. Still, that gets me straight to the Dome of Udok. We're making good progress here, though. Okay. Number 1, we've got dinosaurs here. Luckily, the chill kind of dinosaur. So, right. By the looks of it, yeah. Lava pit with a big old lever. So just give that a poke. I'm hearing noise, but looks like she did. Oh! It's a drawbridge, kind of. So, okay. That opens the way. No trouble. In fact, to be honest, I'm so suspicious of this room. That was too simple a puzzle. I feel like I've missed something in here. Well, best as I could tell, just a giant number of decorative cogs. Everyone loves decorative cogs. On we flipping go, I guess. But yeah, the way this area works seems to be a hallway that's just a fight, then a puzzle room, then fight in a hallway, and yeah, just kind of alternates back and forth. So, speak of the devil, a handful more dinosaurs that go down to a blizzard. Next up, Dome of the Imperfect, and oh, I don't like or trust this. Giant Doom Arena, suspiciously empty, aside from 2 very big statues right next to the only other door. What looks to me like, you know, some sort of fallen figure by their feet. Right, so I've got to fight you 2 guys, got it. Oh. You're waking up. Hello. What about your friend? Is your friend going to... Oh, hang on. Hang on. Right, he's doing a magic into bloody hell. Right, hang on. Hang on. John, don't panic. He's tossing a magic at you. That's good. You could deal with magic. Just eat a quick sandwich and then activate the Ring of Equity. Okay, just turn that on. Right, now there's nothing he could do magic-wise to me. Literally, he cannot touch me with his spells. Meaning if I just keep away from him by running around with my acrobatics and whatnot, I can spam spells at him till he eventually falls over. Assuming I've got enough magic to, you know, make that happen. Which may or may not happen. So okay, hands out, just try tossing some fire magic at him. And honestly, yeah, at this point we're just trading spells, and he can't cocky touch me. So, right, go over to Blizzard. I think possibly, yeah, I can stack the damage of Blizzard and the other on top of each other. That just goes on to you. I mean, we're slowly wearing you down, though I swear it looked like, yes, the other spell was doing more. Has the ring worn off at this point? It might have worn off. So right, just get away, cast the spell, and oh dear. Failed casting the spell due to Ring of Equity's definitely worn off. Okay, that's fine. We're still just spell casting. Saviour's Hide. That will increase my magic resistance. That will help at least a little bit. Keep chugging at the health potions. Keep tossing spells at him, and I feel like he's gaining a health back. I swear he didn't have that much health a second ago. Okay, what if we just rush him with the hammer? Is that going to work better? That is not necessarily going to work better. And again. Okay, John. Exclusive health. Add in a basic health potion. Make sure, yeah, your fatigue's looking good too. Let's just see if we can just, you know, take him on in a straight slugging match. Because it looks to me like we might just be able to, just because his attack speed is okay. He's getting some damage in. Just more sandwiches, more flipping sandwiches. We can do this. We can actually out-tank him. Just one more. Down you go. Downside is there is a second one. You about to wake up, buddy? Okay, nothing on you. Yeah. We good? Alright. Nothing from you, possibly because your arm's fallen off. I can't deny, though, I would like to talk Sotha Sil down, then become friends with him, because Seriously, just look at this thing. It's a giant bronze robot with shields for shoulders. This thing is awesome. And oh dear. Speak of the devil, next up is the Dome of Sotha Sil. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Step 1, we're going to have a nice rest to get my magic and everything else back. Step 2, I'm taking off the cursed gown. Because, okay, my personality is now back up to 40. Good. Though, personality 40, speechcraft 36. It's not that impressive, is it? Okay, take off the Ring of Equity and put on, hang on, the Moon and Star. Personality and speechcraft buffed. And if he's one of the Tribunal, and I've got proof I'm Nerevar reborn, maybe, just maybe, that could help get through to him. Oh, and step 3, maybe repair your gear, because some of it's literally broken right now. Shields, very useful for deflecting attacks, but yes, because they're the ones taking the attack, they do lose their condition very fast. And okay, finally, put the ebony mail back on, because under most scenarios, that's the superior armor. So okay, that's everything I think I can do. Sotha Sil, let's me and you have a chat, and I'm gonna be honest, Sotha Sil's not looking so good right now. It's entirely possible that yes, he's turned himself into a bit of a robot. Possibly slightly too much of a robot, as it turns out. So, how much of Sotha Sil's actually left? Hello, are you okay, Mr. Sil? Oh no, he's not okay, in the slightest. He's apparently very dead at this point. A lifeless hulk dangling from a contraption of his own making. Someone's been here before you, so, right, maybe once upon a time he was half robot, half alive, but he's already dead, and... Right, this was all a trap, wasn't it? The only person who could possibly have got here, and possibly have done this, is Almalexia, and she sent me in here, presumably to die. Which makes me deeply concerned the fact that I haven't died is going to cause her to be somewhat annoyed. And oh dear, speaking of which...
Here it ends. This Clockwork City was to be your death. You were to be my greatest martyr, the heroic Nerevarine, sacrificing all to protect Morrowind from a mad Sotha Sil. But you live.
Fear not. I will tell the tale myself when this is done. I will tell my people how with your dying breath you proclaimed your devotion to me, the one true God. Your death will end this prophecy and unite my people again under one God, one faith, one rule by my divine law. The puppet king will lay down his arms and bow to my will. Those who do not yield will be destroyed. The mazed band has allowed me to travel to this place. Here I slew Sotha Sil. Here I summoned the fabricants to attack Mournhold. I will be the savior of my people. I alone will be their salvation. None may stand in my way. Not you, and certainly not Vivek. He is a poet, a fool. I will deal with him when I have finished with you. And Sotha Sil. He always thought himself our better, shunning us, locking himself in his hole. He spoke not a word as he died, not a whisper. Even in death he mocked me with his silence. But I think you will scream, mortal. For now you face the one true God.
Okay, so I feel like potentially Vivek was not wrong when he said Almalexia might not deal well with the loss of her divine power. Because it feels like, yes, actually, she's decided Tribunal not enough anymore. Now she wants to be the one true god. Right, so, as it turns out, that whole business about talking down Sotha Sil, that was all lies. And as for talking down Almalexia, not even an option. We can't engage with her in the slightest. She just wants to do an evil villain monologue and then murder me. So, right. What precisely is she about to do, and how are we going to deal with it? Because, well, presumably, magic is going to be where she starts. Like, that'll be her ranged option. So possibly, yeah, Saviour's Hide, not going to be bad as a starting point to pop on for that reason. However, she definitely can fight, because, yeah, the whole point is, I've got what's it called, a True Flame, but she's got the other sword that was handed over by the Dwemer too. So, okay. She's going to be no slouch when it comes to hand either. Well, now we know we don't need to worry about personality. Cursed robe back on. How about, yeah, we just sort of jump around the room a bit and figure out precisely what the cock is she... Oh, she is cocking fast. She is really cocking fast. Problem is, yes, can I actually hit her with? I can, but right now... What the cock is she doing? Right, she's doing big magical nukes too. I think I'm doing something though. Oh, blimey, hang on, I'm... Was I silenced for a second? Because I feel like I wasn't casting there. So, right now we're just sort of nuking each other. So, okay. Blimey, the magic is, right, not working. Okay, what she's doing is hitting me with Almalexia's Wrath, which is making me weak to fire. And presumably also hitting me with fire damage. So, right, that would make a lot of sense, yes. The problem is, the Ring of Equity is not currently ready to go, so I can't just fall back on that on this occasion. So in which case, we need a less sophisticated solution. So, begin eating every single sandwich we've got. Beautiful. Then, just down some Sujamma. In fact, you know what? Screw it. 2 cooking doses of Sujamma. Abso-flipping-lutely. Get out the hammer. Then, time to start hitting you with... Oh, flipping, yeah. This is actually doing something. I mean, I'm very drunk right now, but... I'm just straight up out-hammering her. As it turns out, the answer is not sophisticated magic. Oh no, the answer is getting incredibly cocky drunk and then whacking her with a whacking stick. Just keep downing the sandwiches. Every single sandwich. Get my stamina back too. That's important. Luckily, she doesn't seem to have any way of paralyzing me, so that's actually great news, all things considered. Like, literally every sandwich, it doesn't matter. I think we've almost got her, simply by getting drunk and then running at her with a hammer. That's how we're going to defeat a god, and I love that. Right, just keep going. We're just about staying ahead, and with one more attack, we've got her. So, okay. 1, she drops, yes, the twin blade of, hang on, what was it called? True Flame, which we didn't use. Sorry, I'm not into swords, as it turns out. So, okay. Hers is basically the same damage, and also the same enchantment, just a shock rather than fire. And on top of that, okay. This explains where the fabricants came from. The ring that she re-empowered, she was able to use it to summon them in order to frame Sotha Sil. Though curiously, despite having that ability, she did not do that at any point during the fight. You know what? I'm taking all of this with me, if for no other reason than as a very nice souvenir. Though yes, as the journal does point out, this does now mean the Tribunal is down to only one person. Vivek, back in Vardenfell. Though honestly that's probably not terrible news. Like, by the sounds of it, he was dealing with this whole loss of divine power thing way better than anyone else was. Cause yes, Almalexia just went completely cocking bananas. She did mention Sotha Sil didn't even react when she was killing him, suggesting potentially there wasn't much of him left at the end. Possibly his obsession with robotics went a bit far. Question the next though, who precisely do we tell about this? Because I feel like most people locally are not going to react well to any story that involves me murdering Almalexia. Like, even if it was self-defense, they are not going to be happy about that. Also, problem number 2 was just making my way back to the start of the dungeon in order to leave. How precisely do I leave? Because there's no door to this dungeon. I was teleported here by Almalexia. And yeah, the first room is nothing but a flooded ruin, so... okay, this could be a problem. Okay, step 1. Try and see the intervention out of here. Teleportation magic doesn't work here. So right, that's divine intervention, see the intervention, presumably recall 2. No, seriously, how do I get out of this place? I'm going to equip all the items that, yes, she had on her. So, the sword that she had, and then, yeah, take off the Ring of the Mentor in order to slip on, hang on. Yes, the Mazed Band. Pop that on too, so... okay, that's how she flipping does it. Nobody gets to teleport apart from Almalexia, which she does with the ring, because, John, she literally told you she used the Mazed Band to get here. She told you that's how she got him, but, okay, sorry, missed that bit for a second. And rather conveniently, this does let me get, yeah, not just back outside this dungeon, but back to Vardenfell if I want. In fact, specifically, right. This ring is basically a tribunal teleportation ring. This is the location of each of the 3 members of the tribunal. Sotha Sil's Clockwork City, Mournhold for Almalexia, and Vivek for Vivek. So okay, in which case, take me back outside to Mournhold, please. So okay, that gets me back to where Almalexia used to be. Luckily, the guards don't seem to be too concerned about the fact that, yes, Almalexia teleported me somewhere, then teleported somewhere herself. Now, I've come back and she hasn't. They seem to be mostly pretty chill about that. That's good news. In fact, yes, they're not willing to engage with me at all. They're just going to stand here until the goddess gives them new orders, and... oh, guys, I am very sorry, but you're gonna be waiting a while. And okay, if I speak to, say, Phaedrus here, I now have the option to tell him what's going on. So... why is the game acting like Vivek's dead? Is Vivek dead? Possibly Vivek died back in Vardenfell. Then again, Almalexia did just say, I'll go and take care of Vivek next, suggesting... I don't know why the game thinks Vivek's dead. I don't think Vivek's dead. But okay. I found Sotha Sil dead and killed Almalexia. Probably don't say that. I'm going to say I found a few people dead, but I didn't do it. And you're a foreigner. Many foreigners cannot understand our living gods. Are you speaking figuratively, in metaphors, in some poetic way? So, right. They don't even understand the concept that their gods might be dead, or at least this guy can't understand it.
You have done well, mortal.
That gal.
The death of Almalexia is a boon for all of Morrowind, though it may take time for this to be understood. She would have betrayed the Dhamma as surely as she had betrayed all those whom she loved. This was her curse and her undoing. Weep not for Sotha Sil. He shed his mortality long ago, and I am certain his death was no small relief to him. These gods lived with the burden of a power no mortal was meant to possess. Your work in Morrowind is not finished, Nerevarine. Vivek still lives, but I believe his time grows short. Protect my people. Defend these lands. The skies of Mournhold are clear once again. Let these people suffer no longer. Now go, mortal. Embrace your destiny and go with my blessing.
Alright, so Azura's just popped up to tell me I've done a good job, give me a quick pat on the back, etc, etc. Also, I deeply enjoy how, yes, I think possibly this person over here just took one look at Azura and thought she looked familiar for some reason. And okay, I could actually go up to anybody, and if I try and speak about Almalexia, tell them what happens. But unfortunately, yes, I feel like no one's going to accept it, so I'm going to say thank you, but I must be going, because yes, I feel like they're not going to be happy about this in general. However, there are a couple of people who might have something a bit more interesting to say. Number one, the king, who very much wants Almalexia to be dead, and wanted me to go and spy on her and tell him what happened. So, though I don't like this guy, bare minimum, we may be able to get a reaction out of him. So, the attacks Almalexia is doing, and you say that both she and Sotha Sil lie dead in the Clockwork City. She murders Sotha Sil, then tries to kill you as well. Astounding, and I believe your tale, but do not expect my people to be so accepting of it. You'll find it's not so easy to kill these gods in the hearts and minds of their followers. It will take time, but this will be a new era for Morrowind, and I will lead them into it. You've done well, my friend. You have my gratitude. So, okay. By killing Almalexia, basically, yes, this guy's going to step into the power vacuum and lead all of Morrowind. I'm not sure I'm 100% happy about that, actually. Still, bare minimum, he's just given me a giant bloody pile of armor. Kinda weird armor, actually, because the greaves are pretty poor. Armor rating of 130 versus, yeah, what I got off the high ordinators of 151. So yeah, the greaves are terrible. The shoulder pieces, however, those are pretty good. 179 versus 163, so go on then, I'll put those on, because if nothing else, I've never been thrilled about how the ice shoulder pieces look. I was not sold on them in terms of fashion. Though tragically he has not given me a shield, so I can't swap out the ice shield too. Oh, you know what? I don't actually hate that. I feel like that goes with my robe quite nicely, in fact. Right, person number 2 I definitely do want to go and speak to. The only other person I potentially trust to believe what just happened. My old friend Brenzia. And okay, she's already heard. Anything I tell the king, she learns about immediately. Keep this information close, Arya. The people of Morrowind need time to accept what has happened. Until then, continue to watch over them. So, okay. I'm gonna be honest, Brenzia. While that is very good advice, there's one more thing I need to do before we leave Mournhold. Which is we absolutely 100% cannot leave this guy to run all of Morrowind. Alright, Captain, murder everybody, poison everyone, etc, etc. Not acceptable. So, step the next. Can we taunt him into attacking us? So, alright, go away. You're pathetic, you're pathetic, you're pathetic. Go on. One of these taunts has got to work, though. There we go. Taunt success, and maybe I'll end your life. Now, does that mean he's going to try and...
We are in your debt, Zera.
Okay, he's not coming at me, but like, we were taunting him successfully for a second there. It's possible this guy can't be baited into attacking me. In which case, oh dear, this is probably going to incur quite a bounty, isn't it? Right, all we need to do is nuke the room with Blizzard. That will kill everybody, probably. So there we go, and then I'm aware a crime has been committed. Like, quite a serious crime, though. Okay, possibly this is going to be harder than taking on Almalexia, because all of a sudden, I'm a tiny bit surrounded by people who would try to kill me, and very good at it by the looks of it. Right, just back away here. Back away, see if we can funnel them into this doorway. That way I can nuke everybody with... I'm out of magic. That's not a good thing. We can do this, okay? Just hang on. Hang on. I appreciate I violated the law. I'm gonna be honest. I'm going to be resisting arrest on this occasion. So just... No, continue resisting arrest. It's fine. So, okay, just keep nuking everybody. I feel like for some reason I'm struggling to heal and... I've also somehow ruined the thread of prophecy. I'm gonna be honest, I kind of felt I'd fulfilled every single possible variant of prophecy. Like, you know, Azura just said, hey, well done, off you go, Morrowind's yours. But apparently someone's still important for some reason. And I came so close to succeeding as well. But okay, 1, they might be quite tough. And 2, possibly the continuity of the Elder Scrolls doesn't want me to do this. Okay, this took quite a few attempts, but I've successfully taken out literally everyone. With the exception of the king,
We are in your
who
debt.
mysteriously decided not to get involved in the fight, and also, I've already been told I've broken the thread of prophecy, even though the king's not dead, suggesting it was one of these guys who was, like, important to prophecy, so... Okay, your majesty, I'm gonna be honest, I feel like you really should have seen this one coming, but I am now coming for you, yeah, so just give him a few more whacks, and... Okay, so now I've double broken prophecy. Good, 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 good. Honestly, I'm happy to break the thread of prophecy if it means you don't get to be king anymore. And on top of that, hang on, we've got ourselves a bloody hell, that is one hell of a ring. No, seriously, that was just 10 health a second. 10 times as powerful as the necromancer's amulet, meaning bloody hell, I'm functionally unkillable. I was also curious what the bounty for murdering a king is. It turns out, not much. The bounty's only 1,000. Honestly, I'm happy to pay that off right now. That's fine. So, hello there. I will happily pay off my bounty. Sorry for killing the king. Then again, actually, it just kind of makes sense. I feel like possibly everyone really wanted that guy dead. So, as a result of that, the gods are very happy to just look the other way, give me a little slap on the wrist, deduct a token amount of money from my account, and say, yeah, you know what, justice is done, that's fine. And okay, Brenzia says she's hoping the murderer will be brought to justice. But she's also currently at 67 disposition, so I feel like she doesn't mind that much. Right, and with the king dead, there's only one last person I want to speak to. And that, of course, is the one remaining member of the tribunal. Also, hilariously, just stepped outside, still wearing my cursed robe, but, not actually taking damage anymore. Because I'm supposed to be taking 20 points of sun damage, but presumably that's being mitigated by my magic resistance, so I'm taking way less than 20 points of sun damage. And as a result, the health I'm getting back is more than enough to offset it. In fact, this ring also gives you 100% magicka resistance and 100% reflect as well, so I really should have killed this guy before fighting Almalexia. That would have made life much easier. Right, so these days I could just walk around in my cursed robe at all times, officially taking damage, but also... Okay, for some reason I stopped taking damage. Did it just suddenly become night? Hang on, what time is it? It probably literally just passed into night. Hilarious. So, okay, John, don't get distracted. You should really go and speak to Vivek about all of this. So, as we were already told, Almalexia takes her divinity very seriously, meaning, yes, it's possible she'll do herself and others harm. So, unfortunately, my friend, Sotha Sil's dead, and Almalexia had to go down too. And that's very sad. I presume she killed Sotha Sil. I did think she might harm me. And I presume she tried to kill you, Nerevarine. It's all very sad. But death comes to all mortals, and we're all mortal now. In time, death will come for me too. Maybe even at your hands. It's futile to deny one's fate. Nonetheless, I find it all very sad that it should end this way. Something that began with such glory and noble promise. So okay. Vivek doesn't appear to be holding a grudge. On the contrary, he seems to be extraordinarily well adjusted about the whole loss of divine power thing. And despite what he just said, I'm absolutely not wrapping up this series by murdering Vivek. Because honestly, for the most part, he's been pretty chill, okay? And I respect how he's dealing with the fallout of me taking out Dagotha and the heart and whatnot. You get to live, Vivek. Congratulations! But yes, as we step back outside into the beautiful Vivek City, get to watch a beautiful sunset with Ebonheart in the distance there, I think it's time for our adventure to come to an end. Though I do feel like, you know, it would only be proper to let a journey this epic conclude in the same place as it began. And so we return to Sadenine to watch one final flipping sunset, and I will say, I've had a wonderful time playing Morrowind. Like, sometimes when you play a game that is literally decades old, you have to, like, you know, keep that in mind at all times. Just consider, oh yeah, well it was 20 years ago, so that explains this, that and the other. But in the case of Morrowind, I really barely feel like I've had to do that at all. It is incredible that Bethesda made this over 20 years ago. Just the size and scale of the world, the detail in the world building, how intricate and interesting the plot is, a magic system that gives you complete freedom to just approach things however you want to. Yeah, this is a magical game, isn't it? And I think as we say goodbye to it, there's just one last final thing that I have to do. Because apparently this game's got like a hotkey system in it. Here we go, quick keys, so I can set spells or items in order to access them without having to go into my menu all the time. So yeah, my most commonly used spells would be Blizzard and a Firestorm, so they can definitely be 1 and 2. Then at the end of these quick keys, we'll have the utility spells, Water Breathing and Water Walking. Then we can put our most used weapons, Sunder, Mace of Morlag, Bal and Peacemaker, on 3, 4 and 5 so I can change between them nice and easily. And then finally a couple more utility spells at the rear, so Bright Idea for Dark Dungeons, and Aria Smash for fortifying my strength anytime I want to, so okay, that's a good set of quick keys. Had I done that approximately 3 months ago, that would have been extremely bloody useful. And with that, our journey is complete. Thank you all so very, very much for joining me on this wonderful adventure. And don't you worry, because surely it cannot be that long until we are back in the wonderful world of the Elder Scrolls, given it's only a matter of time until we get our hands on the Elder Scrolls 6. So hopefully you join me for that. But in the meantime, I've been John, this has been Many a True Nerd, and this has been the wonderful Morrowind. Thank you very much, and goodbye. So okay, I've been outwitted by a butterfly and beaten up by a fish.
Stop right there, criminal scum!
I didn't steal anything! I'm sorry, I touched the shoes while I was shoe shopping! Okay, I feel like I may have just, walked in on something. What about this person? Can we talk to this person?